What is going on, guys? I'm back with another video. I know I've been gone for like a hot minute, and unfortunately, I have no haul. Well, I have a haul for today, but it's not Transformers related. It's just because we're in a state of transitioning of waves. Wave 2 of Studio Series and Age of the Primes. We're in the middle of Age of the Primes, or Studio Series Wave 2. Age of the Primes Wave 2 is not coming out until... It should be out soon, I'm hoping. And then we're transitioning from Studio Series Wave 2 to Wave 3 because San Diego Comic-Con is next month. Pre-orders, I'm pretty confident for Wave 2 or Wave 3 go up next week. If not revealed by Hasbro. Takara's already revealed Wave 2, or most of Wave 2, or 3. Most of Wave 3. Now, the Hasbro team did say that they will have stuff next week, or they didn't say anything about it next week on the 16th. There is a stream, actually, I think they did. I think there's another stream coming up next week on Monday. And then we have Studio Series stuff and other things at Comic-Con next month on the 24th and the 25th. The 24th through the weekend of next month. So we're getting close to the next wave of stuff. But just to show them off here, I did pick up the Marvel Legends A-level No Way Home Spider-Man and the Endgame Captain America. Because I am currently... Hold on. We can stand back up. That's the one thing I hate about Marvel Legends and most Hasbro 6-inch action figures. I am currently working on a Marvel Legends MCU collection. I've got right now, again, Endgame, Captain America, No Way Home Spider-Man, No Way Home, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, Far From Home, Red and Black Suit Spider-Man, Deadpool and Wolverine, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Captain America, and I've got both the No Way Home and the Multiverse of Madness versions of Doctor Strange. So I know I'm late into that, but I finally decided I wanted to have some of the versions of my favorite MCU Avengers and Marvel characters. Like, who doesn't love this Wolverine? But that's not what we're here to talk about. I just wanted to show that off to let you guys know I got something this month. It's been a little tight around here lately since with this house we have to fix some things. Some of the floors needed to get replaced, so a lot of money's been going into fixing the place up and finalizing certain rooms. Like, you guys can see the LEDs, and you can see the shelves. I'm nowhere near done with this room yet, and I will show you guys when I'm completely done. But today, what I wanted to go over is all of the upcoming Studio Series 86 items between now and next year, and what I think could still be coming. So before we get to what is officially on these lists, and always, things are subject to change with Hasbro listings, so we'll see what happens. But before I get to the listings, I want to cover what isn't in the listings and what I would like to see coming down the road. So, of everything on here, we do not have a re-release at all or a confirmation for a Rodimus Prime, which I thought, with next year being the 40th anniversary of the movie, why do we not have a Rodimus Prime? And given the listings, Studio Series and Age of the Primes changed out their big scale items for the year. Studio Series is foregoing, or Age of the Primes is foregoing the Titan for next year to give it to Studio Series. So, and we're getting a second commander, or we're getting, two commanders in Age of the Primes. So, the fact that Rodimus is nowhere to be seen on any main retail listing for Studio Series next year is kind of weird. Because you would think after getting Galvatron this year, And all the characters we're getting next year, Rodimus is not on that list at all. But I was also thinking about that when I remember somebody asked one of the designers about Rodimus, and he would be a straight re-release with some retooling. In where the retooling would go, I don't know. Maybe make him taller to scale with Optimus Galvatron a little better. Maybe to fix the shoulders so he would have some better range of movement. Because that's the thing I hate about Hot Rod shoulders. It's when I say Hot Rod shoulders, I do mean the shoulders that move up this way versus shoulders that move out this way. And don't mind the mutilated Transformer 1 corpses. I'm waiting on the DNA set for them to ship, or not even ship. I haven't even got my confirmation order for them yet. I'm just waiting for that set to come in. I already have them sitting in a bin waiting. But yeah, Rodimus is something I would like to see. What I would also like to see is maybe one or two more of the Junkions. We got Wreck-Gar, Junkyard, and Scrap Heap. Or is it Scrap Heap and Junkyard? I don't know. The other two. We got those three. I'd like maybe one or two more of those to go along with the three that we got. So we can have a good Junkion family. And then combine those with all the Junkions we got throughout the Legacy series. That's a good day for me. But, I don't know. What I really want to see is, the same thing with Rodimus, I'm surprised we're not getting it, is the Quintessons and the Alicons. You'd think Hasbro would want to make more money on Trip Builders. And given that those two figures were really hard to get, given the time they came out, which was during 2020, Earthrise distribution was horrible. I had to order Sunstreaker and Trailbreaker at the time from Pulse, and Pulse was fighting me about shipping them half the time when I was ordering those. I got lucky with Megatron. I never found Fast Track, but I'm just surprised the Quintessons and the Alicons aren't another 86 thing that they want to do next year. Because we have the Sharkticons. I would love some re-release of the Alicons, maybe with some more durable material. Because my Earthrise Alicons, after being in storage, their shoulders completely crumbled. Like, their shoulders completely disintegrated. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I don't have any Alicons anymore. And I would like to have the array of the Alicons that they released. You have the basic ones in the Earthrise toy line. You had the Comic-Con exclusive Bailiff from that Pit of Judgment set. And you had the one in the Trip Builder set from Legacy. That I would like to have all those Alicons, one of each of them, for Robot Mode and Beast Mode, because my Sharkticons, I've got one in Robot Mode and then two in Beast Mode. Because my limit is 3 on Troop Builders. I buy no more than 3. I'm not like those guys that go and buy 16 of them for each mode. My limit is 3 altogether. So, yeah. It's just like, how do we not have the Alicons, the Quintessons, or even Rodimus next year? And it's the 40th anniversary. That's just baffling. So, let's get into the official stuff. The first set of listings are from back at the end of March. So, actually, I think they just combine them all together. Yeah. Sorry, I've got I keep them all the listings jotted down in here. So, we first have Windcharger, which I know is going to be a new mold. It's not like they're going to take the Power of the Primes mold and re-release it. That would be a little irritating and a little stupid in my eye, but they can do whatever they want. It's Hasbro. Windcharger will be cool. I'm hoping it's not dead Windcharger, because in the movie he was dead. RC was dragging him in Wheeljack, which I'll bring up him in a minute. But I'm hoping it's an alive version. I don't know if there was a deleted scene or not of Windcharger getting gunned down. before RC dragged him and Wheeljack together. I don't know. And then we've got a listing from recently on Wheeljack, which, oh my god. Yeah, I swear, if this is another Earthrise mold re-release, I'm going to lose it, because that mold has been used to death now. Just as much as the Earthrise Seekers, as much as the Lambo mold, and the Siege Megatron mold. Because we had the original Earthrise Wheeljack. We had the Netflix Wheeljack. We had the Shatterglass Slicer, I think his name was. We had Exhaust from Gen Selects. We had the 5-pack version, and we're just now getting the Devastation version, which is the 5-pack version with slightly different paint apps. So that's 6 different uses of the Wheeljack mold. Oh, and then that was, never mind, that's the Sideswipe mold I'm thinking about. Never mind. I'm thinking of Wheeljack, and then I go automatically to Armada, and that's Sideswipe mold. Never mind. So if this is another Earthrise Wheeljack mold, I'm going to scream. But if it's a new mold, I don't know how much more they can improve on the Earthrise Wheeljack mold. I thought that mold was pretty solid. The 5-pack version finally fixed my biggest flaw with the figure, and that was his stupid little window ankles that broke. So I went through multiple Wheeljacks doing that. Every time I transformed him once, his windows completely snapped. I don't know what it was, whether it was my quality control or what it was, but I hated the original Wheeljack mold. I have my original Earthrise Wheeljack put up in storage because I'm so terrified of touching that thing. Same with my 5-pack version. He's up here on the shelf. I do not touch him, or I don't transform him that often. So, yeah. And then we've got, if it's the 86 mold, or the 5-pack mold, Earthrise mold, dead, cool. If it's the dead version, same with Windcharger, he goes right on the shelf with my dead bots, and that on the shelf right there. That last shelf. I have a little spot for the 86 movie. Because I've got my corpses and Starscream all on the same shelf. We've also got Sunstreaker. I'm calling it right now. It's just going to be the 5-pack version. If it's a new mold, cool. I didn't really think Sunstreaker needed a new mold. I think they just needed to fix the coloring issue, because the original Sunstreaker had a lot of different shades of yellow, and then the translucent plastic threw it off. So, if it's a 5-pack mold or version, good. If it's new mold, good. We've also got Cliffjumper, which, yes, I as much as I love my Buzzworthy version of Cliffjumper because it's cartoon colors, I will prefer it to blend it or match up with Bumblebee. Be that new Penny Racer mold, because Bee and Cliff were Penny Racers. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like my Buzzworthy version. It's just Cliff turns into a normal car, and Bee turns into a Penny Racer. So I would, and since I'm doing, my main collection is the cartoon, I would rather them be Penny Racers to match up with all their other squished Penny Racer alt modes. But I'm hoping, I don't know, with Cliffjumper, it's going to be the same issue with that listing for Devastation Bumblebee. I know I'm going to want the blue windows on that figure, but given how Hasbro has stated the 86B mold cannot have the painted blue windows due to how the plastic is molded, that means, unfortunately, Cliffjumper is going to have black windows. But I'm pretty sure Toy Hacks will fix that. I just hope they're able to do the light gray on the body with the dark gray that Bee has. Like his shoulder and his hands and his legs. Actually, no, his shoulder and his hands are the only thing that are that dark black gray. His arms and his legs are all done in that light gray. So we'll see what happens with that one. And I'm hoping he has the glass gun and not the bazooka or the jazz gun. I hope he gets his glass gun. because after the Centurion drone pack fiasco, he needs that. The last deluxe we have on here is Krennic, which for the people that actually wanted the bots who got eaten by Unicron at the beginning of the movie, cool. I'm not getting it because I didn't care. So let's move on to Voyagers. We go 4. Get the repaints out of the way. Thundercracker and Skywarp. I'm going to say right now they're going to be the Earthrise Seeker mold because Hasbro seems content with the Seeker mold, the Earth Seeker mold that we have. They don't want to do a new mold. That, from what I remember hearing, that initially, that's the reason that mold is what it is because Takara was on a timer on designing a new Seeker mold, so they were just told, hey, upscale the classics Seeker mold with some better articulation and call it good. So that's why we have the Earthrise Seeker mold, the same Seeker mold that we've had since classics, just now Voyager. So as much as I can tell, it's just going to be the repaints of the 2-pack version of them. I mean, good. They'll be finally available at mass retail. I have not been able to get Skywarp by himself at mass retail outside of the Bumblebee version in a while. But that's because G1 Skywarp was always freaking exclusives, and I don't get it. Siege was exclusive, very hard to get. And then Earthrise was a 2-pack, very hard to get. I managed to get it a couple years ago. I think I initially had it once during Earthrise, and then I lost it during the move from the old house to the hotels. To the hotel. I lost that in the move, and then I got it again later, and I have it now. But unfortunately, my copies are the Pandemic re-releases, so they've yellowed, and it's a little unsettling to look at. So, yeah. Hopefully, it'll be the nice cartoon light black with lavender purple and the sky blue with the black and the gray. Please no silver, just make it gray. And then Shockwave. He's either going to be a re-release or he's going to be a new mold. We've been told by the designers that he could be a partial. I don't know what could be partial because he can't, like Megatron, he can't be the guns, so he's stuck as that weird spaceship. So I don't know. And then going into leaders, we have I have one more Voyager. Cyclonus. I was happy for Cyclonus because Cyclonus has needed a re-release since Kingdom. Because my copy yellowed. His legs, his hands, his elbows, and his leg hinges and his arm hinges have horribly yellowed. I had to paint over them with how bad it got. So, give me a nice movie-accurate Cyclonus that doesn't yellow. I'll be happy. Now let's get into leaders. We have Soundwave, new mold, straight up new mold. They want that to scale better with the Voyager Blaster because the War for Cybertron mold doesn't scale with Blaster. He's a little shorter, and I honestly think he does need a new mold to get away from the freaking Siege underarm kibble. Because that's the one thing that the Netflix version of the mold suffered with, is having the leftover bits of Siege. And how, given during the original release of Netflix Soundwave, he went up in value, and then the exclusivity rights ended, and then he got re-released. What was the first time? I don't remember. I think, yeah, when we got the Legacy one here in the States, and then when Takara got it for the Dramatic Capture series. So, I do like the War for Cybertron mold, but I do think it's time to retire that mold as well. They give us a Soundwave that's a little closer to the cartoon, that'll scale better with Blaster, and won't have such a hard time holding the cassettes. Because my Soundwave does not like holding certain cassettes, like the Frenzy Rumble Bolt. They don't like holding it. But I think that's also due to how I heard rumors, or not rumors, but reports of Frenzy's waste section being stressed out, so that's kind of what caused the storage issue with Soundwave. I don't know. Re-releases. We're getting package refreshes of Snarl and Swoop, which, good. They need re-release to go along with the re-release of Grimlock. Astro Train. I'm calling that as a straight up Siege re-release with the car and the coal car and all the weapons. I'm personally probably not going to pick it up just because I bought this car set for Starscream, Blitzwing, and him. I don't need. I mean, if it's that darker gray that I want, like closer to this shade of gray, I might. I don't know. But at this point, I'm not doing it. I need to quit double dipping when I don't need to double dip. So, there's that on that page. And then this one we have, Blitzwing, too. Blitzwing's getting re-released. Blitzwing, flat out, no. I don't need another Blitzwing. I love the Takara one. That's the right shade of purple I wanted for Blitzwing. He has the purple paint on the side of his head. And he just overall what I wanted in color-wise of Blitzwing. Takara, or Hasbro will make him is pretty much the same as Takara, but that purple will be that almost this shade of no, not that shade. The shade of the purple on Age of the Prime's Trypticon for Blitzwing's main purple, I think. And I don't want that, so, and then we've got this anniversary stuff coming up for the 40th. Like, I think it's going to be a Walmart exclusive line. I don't know. I don't know much about that. We've got Hound, which will be a straight re-release, probably of the 5-pack. Great. For the people who did not want to buy the 5-pack to get Hound. Hot Rod, which... cool. Hot Rod gets re-released because Hot Rod was kind of hard to come by. I'm hoping, and this will make the we want a magenta Hot Rod people to calm down for a little while, but I'm hoping it'll be the magenta for Hot Rod because people didn't like the color the original 86 Hot Rod was. And I'm hoping he'll have the solid plastic windows. If he does, I'm upgrading my Hot Rod. Scourge is getting a re-release. Great, because Scourge was also kind of hard to come by. I found the sweeps more common than I found Scourge. Now this one is... these two are interesting, because I don't know why we're getting this again, but we did have a leader listing for Optimus. Now, it could be the 86 mold by itself with just the gun. Maybe as the battle damage version of him from Optimus and Megatron's final battle. So, like, his abdomen will have that hole there. His head will be all dinged up. His windows will be all scratched and cracked. Maybe he'll include that chunk steel that he was stabbed with. And then we also have, for another Optimus, we have a Sleep Mode Prime, which is the Dead Prime. It'll be probably whatever that is by itself again. No trailer, but he'll be dead in those black, gray, and silver colors that the previous Sleep Mode Prime was. I think it was the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive before. Yeah, it was the Earthrise mold in black and gray and silver. So it'll be the 86 Prime mold, black, gray, and silver, and he'll be a repaint of that Prime, so we'll see. We've also got Megatron. Now, with Megatron on the way, I'm going to call this one also Final Battle. He'll be all dinged up, scratched up. He'll have his face all messed up. So, hopefully, so we can have a display of the final battle of Optimus and Megatron. That would be cool. or it could be reformatted Megatron for when Unicron is transitioning him into Galvatron. I don't know. We'll see. But I believe that is it. Yeah, that is everything coming out for Studio Series 86 next year. What? Because after this, well, the Studio Series 86 is going to die down. They're going to dial down how much 86 movie stuff gets released. It could be 1 to 2 items going forward. I mean, 2027 could have Rodimus Prime. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know in the comments what you guys are looking forward to from the 2026 lineup. What you want to see for 2027. I'm pretty much looking forward to everything, so thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys later.